What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Born Ballin'. The offseason is in full swing. Players are officially signing their deals. Teams are officially getting their trades going through. UD said he's going to play till he's 68. I love it. I'm loving it. Summer League is in full swing now, too. It's day 5 now, I believe. Max Strus out here hitting buzzer beaters, sudden death buzzer beaters. If you ain't see that, I'll put that right here for you real quick so you can check that out. Because, he's 60 minutes. I don't even need 60 seconds. Bang, in your eye. On your head. That's my guy right there. We're not going to talk about Summer League right now. Today, we are going to talk about some trade possibilities for two guys who aren't on the trade block right now, but very well could be as the season goes along, right during training camp. Those two guys are Marcus Smart and Zach Lavine. Now, I know what you're saying. What? They have a new mini Big Four in Chicago. What do you mean Zach Lavine's getting traded? He could very well just not like it there. It gets cold in Chicago. Maybe he just want to go to a warmer city. Maybe the Ball and DeRozan acquisitions just aren't going to work out. I do believe that Billy Donovan is going to find a way to make all three of them mesh. Do they have a very different defensive anchor than when he did a 3-guard lineup in OKC? Yes, because Steven Adams versus Vucevic as a defensive anchor, two very different things. So there's still questions over in Chicago, so Lavine definitely could find a way out of there if he wanted to. Now, with Marcus Smart, I honestly believe he's like the heart and soul of the Celtics, but the fit is just not working. Some days he thinks he's the best player. Bro, you're not even the second best player. So I could definitely see Marcus Smart ending up on a different team by the end of the year, maybe even by this offseason, in all honesty. So here are 3 trades that I could see the Celtics front office pulling the plug on. The first would be with the Houston Rockets. The Rockets would send Eric Gordon and Daniel House Jr. to the Celtics, and the Celtics would just send them Marcus Smart. Now, this would be a perfect fit for the Celtics. This would be a perfect haul. You get a veteran who's going to be able to hit consistent shots for you, play some defense. No, he's not going to play that Marcus Smart defense, but he can guard 1, 2s, and 3s. So having that guy on your team is a big asset. Daniel House Jr. going to hit those shots. He's going to play some defense for you. I think that's a very good trade for both teams because in Houston, you got Green, you got KPJ, you got Josh Christopher. All those guys want to take all the shots in the world. Somebody just got to start the offense. I think that would be perfect for Marcus Smart. I don't think he would get as many shots as he would like, but you're the leader now. You are the vocal leader. You are not the best player, but you're the guy that everybody's going to look up to. The coach on the floor, basically. You get to initiate the offense, get us going. So I think that would be a great fit for him and Houston as well. They get a nice veteran point. Now, the next trade I have for Marcus Smart is pretty simple. It would be with the Miami Heat. The Heat would send the Celtics Tyler Hero and KZ Okpala because of the salary caps. And the Heat would get back Marcus Smart. This would be a great fit for Marcus Smart. You know what we do in Miami? We just got straight dogs. We got dogs that win. So he would be right at home with us. We need another ball handler off the bench, somebody who's going to just bring in toughness, drive to the rim aggressively, steady the offense. Be Goran Dragic next year. Not Goran Dragic level. I'm not saying he can score like that. But he can be that calming factor off the bench for sure. For sure. For the Celtics, they were 1 pick away from getting Tyler Hero in that draft. 1 pick. So getting that guy, getting him to be off the bench, that would move Josh Richardson into the starting lineup, which I think would be a better fit for him. Josh, all you got to do is play some defense and hit these shots. You good. Tyler, he's already going to be a 6th Man of the Year candidate. Going to the Celtics, you still would be a 6th Man of the Year candidate. I just need you to get buckets. As soon as you check in, I need buckets. That's all I need. All right, one quick aside before we hop into this last trade for Marcus Smart. All these trades are based off of what my value, how I see the player's value. So I don't know how the NBA sees their value. I'm not an insider. I need an insider on my back. That would be perfect. But this last one definitely depends on how teams in the NBA view Marcus Smart. Personally, I think he could be a really important contributor on your championship level team, maybe like a 6th, 7th man, maybe even a starter, not your best starter. But if he's a starter on your team, you're a playoff team. You're a respectable playoff team, maybe like a 2nd round exit. This last trade, would send him to a team who has not been respected for a good minute. The Cleveland Cavaliers would send Colin Sexton to the Boston Celtics, and the Celtics would send back Romeo Langford, Marcus Smart, and more than likely a first-round pick. Romeo Langford, let's start there, because yes, he's an addition to the trade, but don't sleep on Romeo Langford. He's a lanky guard who can get buckets. He hasn't shown it all the way yet. He had an injury setback last year. Will he put it all together? I genuinely think it's only a matter of time before he puts it together and he's a real contributor on a team. So that's a good plus for them. Bring somebody off the bench. Getting Marcus Smart in Cleveland, though, the Sexland backcourt is nice. We all know it's nice for multiple reasons. But Marcus Smart gives you a more defensive juice. He can attack the rim, yes. Is he a scorer like Sexton? Not even close. But the size, being able to guard 1 through 3 and be that initiator. We can't have two small guards like that. So having Smart and Garland in your backcourt instead of Sexton, I think that's a little bit of an upgrade just because of they bring you two different things. Now for the Celtics, this is a knockout of the park. If you could get a blue chip player like Colin Sexton for Smart and a first round pick, you do that every single day. Honestly, I would just be like, Sexton, you're going to be the point guard next year. You're going to be the point guard. We're going to find another two. Maybe we'll re-sign Jay Rich so he can be the two and play some defense. And we're good to go. I ain't going to lie. That's scary for the Celtics. Sexton, JB, and JT. That's a nice pickup. All right, let's hop into Zach Lavine. This first team I have is to a team that he wanted to go to, signed an offer sheet 2 years ago, and the Bulls matched, so he's still in Chicago. The Sacramento Kings. This trade would look something like Buddy Hield, Marvin Bagley, and Davion Mitchell for Zach Lavine and Lauri Markkanen in a sign-and trade. Now, like I said, Lavine wanted to go there for a while. Did he want to go play with Fox? Because Fox is still there. I think that would be a good fit, them too. Have Halliburton be able to play the 3. I think they need another scorer in Sacramento. I like Halliburton as a scorer, but I love him as a connector more. So if you get a scorer like Zach Lavine, you have Fox, now we're making a playoff push. Now we're a playoff team. And we get Lauri in the building too. Oh, bye Marvin Bagley. Lauri is literally what Marvin Bagley wishes he was at this point, to be honest. Lauri's a sniper. He's got the size. He's got the handles. If he gets there next to Richaun Holmes, that would be a perfect fit. I'm not going to lie. I'd pick the Kings to easily be the 8th seed. Easily. Now for the Bulls, you get a player that fits just a little bit better. You get a shooter. Buddy Hield being able to spot up in the corner. Yeah, Zach Lavine is a very good shooter, but Buddy Hield's a sniper. So you got Lonzo Ball, the point guard. DeMar DeRozan, now he can create. He's a very good playmaker, but he's attacking the rim with juice. Now you got a guy in the corner who you know is going to hit that 3 reliably. That's a very good pickup. Maybe they can build Marvin Bagley into something. No idea right now, but being able to get Buddy and you get your point guard of the future, maybe you're just backup point guard of the future, and Davion Mitchell, it makes Kobe White more expendable, so maybe I can get another asset for him. Asset management. A lot of this is asset management. You got to be very good at that if you're a GM. So you got to get as many assets as you can, put those assets together to get another asset. It is a puzzle to build a team. But I think that would be a great, great move for both of those teams. Now, I don't know the likelihood of this trade happening, but Lavine and Ja on the same team, that would be fireworks. That I need front row seats every day. This trade would look something like Brandon Clark, Zaire Williams, Killian Tilly, and a future first from the Grizzlies for Zach Lavine. Again, the only reason I say the likelihood of this not happening, I don't know how they see Zaire Williams. Personally, I think he's a hooper. So I don't even think Memphis would want to move him. He might be a top 20 player in this league at one point, for real. He's got the size. He's got the scoring ability. We just got to see if the defense and the handles are going to be on point. Brandon Clark, if you don't know about Brandon Clark, you're a casual. I'm just telling you that now. Brandon Clark, hooper. He's consistent. Even if he's a backup, he's a hooper. You would love him on your team. Killian Tilly, y'all probably don't know about him. He is a 6'10", 10 sniper. He was 6 of 10 from from 3 in his last summer league game. So you know what he do. But like I said, Zach Lavine and Ja, oh man, that's exciting. I can't lie. I need to see that all the time. Zach, Ja, DB at 3. They need another guy in there so DB doesn't have to take all those shots. I love you, Brooks, but you be taking a lot of shots. Sometimes you need to take a lot of shots. So if we have another guy in there that can relieve some of that pressure from DB, let him just play his defense, hit his shots when he needs to. If he gets hot, of course you can get the ball. But that right there, that's a young core that you could really get excited about, and sky's the limit for them, literally. They just going up. At this point, I think it's just impossible for me to do a trade video without including Ben Simmons because he's still on the Sixers. Something just came out today that him and Doc Rivers' relationship is probably untenable, and I believe it. Like, they threw him under the bus multiple times. As soon as the game was over, they were like, under the bus. So if he ends up on the Sixers next year, I would not want to be a Philly fan because that's not going to be a good look. It's just not. So this last trade I have would be the Bulls and the 76ers. The Bulls would be sending Zach Lavine, Kobe White, and a future first to the Sixers for Ben Simmons. Now, obviously, Daryl Morey been asking for 4, 5, 6 first-round picks. He off it. I need his plug because I don't know what he's on. But I could definitely see them getting like 2 first-round picks for this trade. If Lavine signed an extension, maybe like a first and a second rounder. But this is a good haul for Ben Simmons. You get a point guard who could very well be your starter. Kobe White is a very, very solid player. He could be a starting point guard for a very good team, especially if you have an MVP candidate at center. And then you get Zach Lavine. Come on, we know his body. He's a scorer. He can fly. He's only getting better. We saw on Team USA he had that lockdown defense too. So we're going to see where his future ends up. And getting next to Embiid, that would be a very, very nice fit for him. Very good fit. Now, Simmons in Chicago, I've been saying if Simmons is going to play how he plays and want to be in the post all day and be in the lane, he needs a center that's going to be able to hit that 3 consistently. That's Vucevic. Come on now. You know about Vucevic. He's got that mid-range. He's got that 3. He can pull up. He got little handles too. Don't sleep on Vucevic. That pick and pop with Simmons and Vucevic would be lethal. It would be crazy. Now, I know the Simmons ball fit isn't like crystal clear right now, but ball getting the shot together and being able to hit it consistently, and then Simmons being more aggressive in the lane, I could definitely see that working. I could see that being a perfect fit. DeMar DeRozan being that consistent scorer for them. I would like that. I would love to see that in Chicago, personally. What will happen? Who knows? Will Simmons even be traded? I hope so. I want to see him on his own team. I'm tired of seeing him and Embiid together. I've been saying for the longest that's just not going to work. It just don't. Like, if you want to get the most out of Simmons, you can't have an MVP caliber center like Embiid next to him. They're just going to fucking bump heads all day. But that's all I got for today, guys. Hit me up on Twitter and let me know who you guys have been messing with at Summer League. Paul just went for 30. Who else been going off? Like I said, Strus just hit that buzzer beater. Zaire Williams has been looking solid. Green and Cade, that was exciting. The Magic got some studs too. So hit me up on Twitter at Born_Ballin_. My personal Twitter is at CHEEZ_0. And until next time, it's deuces of love.